Sometimes, y'all, you gotta, be bigger than your imagination.
Man, we feel like we're not living right. We need something to make us feel alive again.
Listen, my story.
All you see is these bright lights, fame and glory. But deeper within, I hold a gloomy story. Premature, about 4 months I came in. Addicted to crack, somebody pray for me. I'ma paint you with pictures so you can follow me. To occasion my mind, I'm down to set free. So many times in my life, I thought I'd never make it. I put the gun in my brain, but the bullet won't eject. And plus I feel rejected. Now how I plan it, I'm in need of a bandage. I'm trying to cut out the pain and refrain from blood writing on my mirror, man. And leaving notes on my kids that crying on my shoulder. I'm dying slowly within, can anybody see me? I'm searching for love, but doesn't notice me. I'm drowning in weed, smoke, liquor, and pain. I need some, hands up, y'all. Love, I get something like this, something. Hey, listen, hey, I need something. Hey, I need something. Hey, I need something to make me feel alive. I get something, something, hey, something. Your arms too short, your arms too short. Hey, I need something. Hey, I need something. Hey, I need some help. Never mind what you face, and it's all just a pain, but I thought it would change in due time, man. But the time ain't here, so I guess it's truly clear. The reason that I return is cause you need me here. I see your tears flow, invisible to some. With every tear that you cry, just know it's better days. Them sun rays shine behind the dark clouds. Just look above and know the heavens looking on. Hey, it hurts my heart to see so many stuck in misery. No smiles in their face because it tries a life. So how can you smile when the world deals pain and leave it stuck in this rain and dodge hailstones? Them daddies dying, why baby mama's crying? We live in the fear, our time is short here. I'm running for peace to walk better days. Hey, listen, somebody pray something, something. I want you to point to yourself like this right here, like this. Say, hey, I need something. Hey, I need something. Hey, I need something to make me feel alive. I get something. I say something. I say something. I say something. Hey, hey, hey. I need something. Hey, I need something. Hey, I need something. Never mind what you face. It's not a race. Just hold on and keep the faith. And one day I promise that you will smile again. It's not the end, no matter how you feel. You're kings and queens, now let that soak in. Ex-dope boy, now I'm a hope boy. Showing love through oppressed, through God's work, boy. I was running from pain by slinging them rocks. I put the gun in my waist and money in my socks. But then it had to stop, it wasn't the life I wanted. So I turned to the Lord before I find a moment. I pull it back, click, the gun didn't bang. The Lord free me, so here I stand alive again. I'm using my life to be a testimony. Pulling my homies up off the street corner. I was dead, living my life with straight sin. But now I'm free, my soul isn't. We say something, hey, something, hey, something. Y'all can say it with me now. Hey, listen, I need something. Hey, I need something. Hey, I need something to make me feel alive and get something. We say something, hey, something, hey, hey, hey. We just say hands up. I need something. Hey, I need something. Hey, I need something to make me feel alive and get something, something, something. Listen, hey, hey, I need something. I need something. I need something to make me feel alive and get something. Hey, I said something. I said something. I said something. Hey, I need something. I need something. I need something to make me feel alive again.
Welcome back. Here I have with me Billboard charting, Grammy nominee, the talented Prodigal Son.
What's up, Ms.Dria?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thank you for the opportunity to be on your show.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. So your name is Kelly Williams, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Kelly Williams. Okay, so where are you from, Kelly?
Originally from Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
And I moved to Florida about 12 years ago.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're a gospel rapper.
Yes.
How long have you been in the industry?
I've been in the industry, I would say, since about 2000 independently. And I really got serious into the industry with my first deal with Infinity in 2008. So I guess in the industry itself, 8 years.
Okay.
in 2016. Yeah.
So that's a good time.
Yeah, it's a short time, but a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
What influenced you to start rapping?
I used to hang around a lot of dudes that rapped, right? So I actually didn't like rap music. I was more like an R&B type guy. So I just started hanging around dudes who, used to rap all the time, and I was involved in different gangs too. And so that's what it was. So we was listening to Tupac, Biggie, NWA, records like that, So that's really influenced me to start rapping. And I was in jail, and this guy, he told me, I teach you how to rap if you teach me how to write poetry, to my girlfriend. And that's how I got involved into rap, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was it that made you choose gospel rap over secular rap?
Well, I had a cancer scare. I had breast cancer, and it was something that men can't. Well, men can get it because I am healed of it. But it was a situation that I wasn't living the lifestyle that I was talking about anymore. So I wasn't robbing anymore. I wasn't selling dope anymore. So in hip hop music, you really got to talk about what you're living. So that's what I'll start. I was living the gospel world, and so I just turned my music to more conscious value music.
Okay, so I read that you describe your music, to be unorthodox. Why is that?
Because I'm not, when you hear Christian rapper or Christian artist, the first thing people think about is like Kurt Franklin or Ty Tribbett or Lecrae, and I'm not anywhere near what they describe a Christian artist to be. I really talk about things that people want to say but are afraid to talk about it. I talk about things like the things that go wrong in the church that people always complain about when they go home, but don't want to talk about it while they're at church. So, and I just talk about real life stories that people kind of shy away from. But, I sold drugs. I was in prison. I was in gangs. I shot people. I was shot at. I tried to commit suicide. Those are the things that I talk about that people actually are living in today's times. But in the church, they want you to, kind of calm that down a little bit. And that's not me. But those are the things that keeps me going in my career because it's a reality, everyday life that people are still experiencing.
Wow. Okay, so you've been on the Billboard charts several times.
Yes.
You've been Grammy nominated several times.
Yeah, but I ain't won yet, man. I need to win one.
At least you made it there.
Right.
Some haven't made it there.
Right. I'm grateful for it, definitely.
What have those experiences done for you?
To be honest, it keeps my bills paid. I don't have, I don't work a conventional job, so this is my job. Mm-hmm. But it's opened up a lot of doors for me to be able to go places that I couldn't go before. Like I'm able to go inside of schools now because they trust, me as a person. I'm able to, just sit in front of people that I normally wouldn't be able to have a conversation with, and I'm on the Ms.Dria show, so that brought me this opportunity too.
Okay, so in the moment that you were nominated and you did receive those being charted on the Billboard,
yeah,
what did that feel like? Man,
it's undescribable. I would say it probably felt better than your first time. If I can give you a great example, I would say it was overwhelming. You always hope for those things to happen, but when it actually happened, it's just something unexcribable. It's like DJ Khaled would say, it's like, I don't know. I just felt the greatest. I felt like the greatest person in the whole wide world. Like I felt like everything I worked hard for had really come to that moment. And yeah, I'm just grateful, man. The feeling is undescribable. I can't describe it. It's just something that whatever your happiest moment was, that's what it felt like for me times 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a great feeling. Okay, so I hear that you were actually born 5 months premature.
4.
4 months premature.
Yeah, who's counting now?
And you were addicted to crack when you were born?
Yes, I was born addicted to crack cocaine.
Okay, so knowing that, because you couldn't necessarily do anything about that, mm-hmm. but knowing that, what has that done as far as when in your work?
It allows me to continue telling real life stories. Mm-hmm. Because when I was growing up, crack was a real big epidemic. Mm-hmm. And, we used to call them crack babies. So I didn't know I was born addicted to crack cocaine until maybe I was like in junior high school. And so when I was selling dope at that time, it kind of I felt a certain way about it. Like, dang, I'm selling this stuff that I was born on, and what if I died? And at that time, people was dying left and right from overdoses and everything. But in my mind, I was just like, I need to get this money, and that's all I was thinking about. But today, when I look at people that's on cocaine and meth and all these crazy drugs, I just look at it like you have something more to live for. That's why I wrote that record Alive, because it's something we have. Whenever we have a problem, the first thing we turn to is drugs or alcohol or sex, or we just go on binges like crazy. And I was one of those people. So in order for me to actually, I guess, talk about it, I actually had to live that experience. And it's not something I want to go back and live again. But, it has me look at life and people in a whole different perspective, because we don't know why they're on that drug. Something could have happened that just triggered them to be like, I can't take this no more. Sometimes that's their escape route. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but, we don't know what people going through.
Exactly. So at one point, there was a time in your life where you considered departing from gospel music.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Because the Christians be tripping, man. I'm gonna just keep it 100. They had me on this pedestal, right? Because I was hitting charts and was touring like crazy and was connecting with a lot of their favorite Christian artists. Mm-hmm. But I started to see things. The further you go, the more you see. Mm-hmm. And I started to see some stuff that just didn't line up to what I thought I was supposed to be living like, right? And so that kind of made me move like they was moving. And then I just started getting addicted to the thrill of them paychecks, them Billboard charts. And so it wasn't real to me anymore. It was just like, this is just a regular show. And I was going through a moment at that time in 2010 where I had lost my mom. I had just been burned 3rd degree. And this is all like back to back. First, I was burned 3rd degree. Then my mom died. Then a few months after that, my grandmother died. Then 2 weeks after my grandmother died, my dad died. So within like 6 months, this was all just hitting on me. And I was like, it was hard for me to go out there and encourage other people when I was hurting on the inside. So when I was just like, man, I'm going to just take a break from this, people was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're walking away from God. He's supposed to be your strength. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Like, and this is all on not Periscope, but Twitter, Facebook. So just imagine what I'm waking up to with these posts. And I was like, man, forget this. So I started to see things, and I was actually starting to live what I was seeing. And I was like, this is not for me. And I just put it all down.
But here you are today.
Yeah.
And it seems as though you picked it back up.
Yeah, I did. That's the crazy part.
What influenced you to do that? What influenced you not to give up, to keep going?
Because I was making an impact on people in a positive light. And when I was out there again, I started clubbing again. I was King of Diamonds. I was The Office. I found myself in some of the grungiest places that I never thought I'd be in, but I was exploring. I thought I was missing out on something more. Mm-hmm. And I had to realize that it wasn't the people that was keeping me protected or that was looking after me or giving me that grace. It was God. Whether somebody believed in Jesus or not, or Buddha, whoever, we can't deny that there's a God. There's a supreme being who created everything that we see and that we are. And when I was out there in the clubs, I'm seeing people just falling over drunk, or I saw a girl get gang raped one time. And I was like, yo, this is not for me. And so I would rather continue encouraging them, like, don't do that, inspire them with my story. And that's why I came back. So I didn't come back for the church. I didn't come back because I was like, oh, God told me to do this. I came back because I knew the calling that I have was to inspire people and to, not let them tell them not to live the life that I lived, because that landed me in prison for 8 years.
Wow. Oh, so for your fans that you have and for the new fans that you've gained watching, are you working on any new material? Can we expect something?
Yes. Well, we just saw the video Alive.
Mm-hmm.
That is on my new upcoming project. It's the EP I put together called Way Up, and it comes out January 29th, all digital outlets. And it's going to be distributed through the label I'm part of, which is Ty Scott, which is under Warner Music Group.
Okay.
So it will be a major release for me. And working on the album at the same time, which will be out probably in the summertime, hopefully. And just found out we made the second round of the Stellar Awards. So voting begins tomorrow. All you guys go to stellarawards.com, and, we special project CD of this. So it's a compilation CD we put together, and, just to out the gate for the label. And, we got a Stellar Award nomination. So I'm glad for that. So if y'all don't know what a stellar is, that's like the gospel Grammys. So it's a good thing to be back, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah. That's
And I ain't,
great. That is
gotta
great.
sell dope or nothing.
That's a blessing. So do you have any social media that we can follow you on for everybody who's watching? Anything?
Man, I'm on social media every day, all day. I'm periscoping right now, right? My Facebook is at The Real Prodigal Son. And my Instagram is at The Real Prodigal Son. My Twitter and Periscope is I'm Prodigal Son.
Okay. So it's been
Or
a
just go
pleasure.
to my website,
Or what's your website?
HollywoodRecords.com. That's the best way to find everything.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
HollywoodRecords.com.
Yes.
Here I have with me Prodigal Son. It's been great having you here and just listening to your story. It's inspiring. It's motivating. And I want to be like you one day.
Nah, I want to be like you one day. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I like to welcome you back anytime you feel welcome.
Oh, sweet. Y'all heard that, right?
So after this break, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back with more of the Ms.Dria show.
You should do like Love Connection. Remember that show? Remember Love Connection?